Figured we'd do a commute video, seeing as how these are becoming quite interesting. So we're gonna want to talk about Misty. I want to talk about Plady, YMAX, YMAG, LOGY. I'm going to talk about these stocks I've been holding that I've kind of had a major, it's like a paradigm shift, but a major change in my vision about how I'm thinking of having my portfolio invested, or what I'm going to invest in. I have to admit, I am new at doing this, so some of these things I'm going to say, you guys may already know, and that's fine. I didn't have a quite firm enough grasp to understand. One, there's a whole shitload of stuff you got to learn, you should know before playing with stocks. Once again, any information that you get here is for entertainment value only. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have a fancy degree on my wall that says I know what I'm doing. I got scars on my hands to tell you I know how to do what work I know how to do. I should take care of the legal disclosure of all that. Dividend yield. I was so enamored with the large payout of Plady, PLTY, from the Yield Max instead of ETFs that was blinded by the, I wouldn't say blinded, my view was obstructed by the, by the high dividend yield every month. Pulling in $4 or $5 a month per share is a $60 share price. You know, that's pretty good. I'd be all right with that. And you kept hearing these people talk about Misty, MSTY. It's so good. It's so good. Oh my God, it's the GOAT. You know, it's not paying me as much monthly as Plady is, PLTY. So I'm gonna keep going with Plady and let you guys play with your Misty, MSTY, and I'll keep going with what I'm doing. Well, I didn't pull share price into the equation, which I should have. That would give me my dividend yield. The dividend yield for MSPY, and I'm just thinking off the top of my head, was about 180%. Yield per year, I think, or the yield for Plady was 60 to 80%, if I remember right. But just went by my coworker's house, and he's got a car sitting halfway into the street. May not be his, maybe his poor neighbor, but interesting. He should be at work already, I hope. 4:30. Like I said, it's 4:27. They start work at 5, so we got about 5-10 minutes to kill. So we're gonna do some back road driving for a little bit while we think about this stock portfolio fun stuff that we had. So now that we're the only ones here, we can turn on our lights and nobody will be mad at us very much. I got a light bar up top for days like this. So yeah, with the dividend yield, the Misty, it's almost, why are you playing with something other than Misty? Misty follows strategy, MSTR, which is a major Bitcoin holder. Buys a lot of Bitcoin, it holds a lot of Bitcoin for the future. And right off the bat, I believe in Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin has a place in our country in the future. As far as tin hat theories about Bitcoin, I do have my theories about Bitcoin. Did you hear that whistling? Coming from my front window. I don't know if that's one of my lights that's giving me problems, or I might actually have a seal problem. But regardless, got a mosquito in here. So we got Misty. I like Plady. Plady follows Palantir, PLTR. Palantir's software, arms, defense. They make drones. They make things that Trump loves. My stance on Trump is not for discussion in this video. My love for everything that Trump loves is. Because things that Trump loves, he's good with. He will stop your tariffs on iPhones. He'll stop your tariff on Blackwell, NVIDIA chips. You know, if he likes your stuff, he will stop tariffs on it. So you follow that, you follow the breadcrumbs to what really works. You know, it's interesting. So I have 35,000 in the market in the ETFs. I have 30 grand in Plady alone, PLTY. So I'm gonna redistribute. Just wow, English in the morning was very difficult. I'm gonna distribute that, rebalance my portfolio. Actually, next Thursday, Plady PLTY has their exit dividend on Thursday of next week, the 22nd. I have sold all my YMAX, all my YMAG, and all my LFGY. Those are all my weekly pairs from YieldMax. I have sold all those and go to Plady, PLTY, to gain the dividend on Thursday, Friday. And then Thursday, after I collect the extra dividend and I'm counting, my shares are counted, I will sell. I was thinking 50-50, 60-40 heavy Plady, 60 Plady PLTY, 40 into Misty. And now comes my dilemma of, well, if Misty's going to give you a higher annual dividend yield of around 160, 180%, and PLTY is giving you a dividend yield of 60 to 80%, why would you be in anything but MSTY? That's hard to... I just got rid of the blacktop on this road, and this happened. Huh. Hey. Well, this is interesting. Well, that's good, depending on how far they're going to redo this road. This is Pleasant View. Robinson. We've got a turn on Pleasant View here and there. This goes all the way up to, North Lake Road. North will be on the right, another mile up. Well, this is good. This is, we get this whole paved. Beautiful. So you're thinking, why be in... And I have ADHD, just to let you know, so I will not stay on topic for any more than a minute, maybe two if I see something. Squirrel! But that's just me. You deal with it. So now I was thinking, like I said, thinking of going 60-40 Plady into Misty. Now I'm thinking, God, 80-20 heavy misty, 20 platy. But and here's the real kicker of the thing, though. I don't mind investing in platy. I can watch a guy called Retire on Dividend Rod on YouTube. Check him out. He's got a great video series on misty. He covers a lot of yield max, SIMC, SMCI, Platy, Coney, NVIDIA, AMZ, all the other ones. I can hear his voice in my head as he says it. But the only reason I'm not going 100% in the Platy, well, there's a couple reasons why you don't go 100%. You want the diversification between your, if Bitcoin suddenly takes a shit, I don't want to be sitting there holding a bag of Bitcoin when it's sitting down at $30,000 and I just paid, what is it now, 103, 104,000? So I don't want to be sitting with a bunch of Bitcoin. I want to be diversified. So if it does go down, I have something else that's going to prop my portfolio up. Whether that be a Platy or any of the other ones for general purposes. You never want to be heavy in them. You always want to be diversified, be balanced. As I'm talking about two stocks. Yeah, that's my only hang up is the fact that I will be heavy into Bitcoin. I always remember the saying that says fortune favors the bold. I do think that is a bold way to be, having quite a lot into one account. I'm trying to get this mosquito out of my Jeep because it keeps coming around. I don't mind being heavy into misty. I don't know if my stomach will be able to take it. Bitcoin is very volatile, ups and down, up and down, up and down. Therefore, strategy is also up and down, up and down, up and down. That's alright. Palantir is a little more stable. It doesn't flow with the whims of a president. Well, it does, but not to the point of coming up to the corners here. These corners I've hit quite a number of deer coming around these corners, and you can't come around the corner and you see a deer standing in the middle of the road. You're going 55 miles an hour, speed limit. Hello. You got nowhere to go, so you're gonna smash a deer. I've hit this. Not gonna say anything about this year because we're only into May, almost into June. But last year was a good record year. I think I had 40 deer to my tally. I do have a Chinese bumper up front in my Jeep. I am lifted 3 inches, so I am pretty tall. So I will hit a deer right about neck height, head height, and that will usually take care of them. I do have a video of my YouTube account, my hitting a deer on YouTube. Interesting. Not fun, interesting. You hit a deer, it's a car. Most people, your car is totaled or you got problems. I hit the deer, I ran over him, I felt the boom, boom, boom. And I kept driving. I didn't have a problem. Well, I did. It bumped in, it took my front quarter panel, bent it in probably a quarter inch or so. Not bad. That's a good thing about being a little bit taller and having a Chinese bumper. You know, it was only $130, so I'm not real worried about if that gets trashed. I can always get another one pretty quick. Christmas lights, they're still up. That's Boyne, USA, next to that, just over there. Boyne Highlands, Boyne Mountain, Bay Harbor, if you're into up north Petoskey area. That they keep their Christmas lights going all year long. You really want to see Christmas, Boyne. ADHD, I just get talk about nothing. I love Platy, PLTY. I love Palantir. I don't know what it is about Palantir. Maybe it's their CEO and his ballsiness that he has that nobody's going to beat my company. We love our company. Confidence is what this guy has. It's a little off of the normal road, I guess. But that's all right. Who isn't? All right with that. Misty, I gotta tell you, after watching the video that Rod had, Retire on Dividends, he had the video of the Misty fund managers, Scott and Jay. Forgive me if I lose their, can't remember the last names, but that was one hell of a video. That really got me into thinking, you know, maybe I should be into something that somebody else knows a little bit more. There's a deer sitting right on the right hand side. Oh fucker, and goes right into the woods. Good boy. Or girl. Whatever you want to be is fine, deer. You want to be a little androgynous deer, that's fine too. But being able to watch that video with Jay and Scott, the fund managers, you know, it opens up your eyes to what is going on. Why people think the way they do, why they do what they do. I'm trying not to get too personal how I judge people with how they do things and not why, or why they do things, not how they do. It's not this video, it's something else. But being able to understand the why is absolutely incredible. And if I said I understood that whole video, I'd be so full of shit. My eyes are brown and my hair is black. But there was one part of that video that was about a 2-minute excerpt, and one of the guys said, you know, when my fund gets above this point and my options are below this point, there is no reason for me to hold this bag anymore, and I sell. It may not be conventional, it may not be what everybody does, but this is why I do things. Oh my God, I recorded that and I put that on my X page. And just little tidbits like that are, and I remember putting down on an X, I don't understand what this means. I only understand probably 40% of it. But when I do understand it, that will open up a whole new avenue of options. I gotta slow it down. We're doing 60 down here. It's 45. We're coming into Harbor Springs. I got time to kill, so I'm taking the back road into work. I'm not in any hurry to get to work today. Today's Saturday. It's slow up here, folks. Northern Michigan. It is. We're beginning of summer. Last week in May. The second 2 weeks left in May. We have construction south of town. South of town, I mean south of Petoskey. There's construction all over. As you see, there's construction north of us, all the way to the bridge. And we're right in between it. And what we have that is really a pain in the ass for us as far as tourism is I-75 is a half hour to the west. So if you take a half hour to the west, you can have a straight shot all the way from Mackinac City all the way down to Florida. You don't have to stop. So what would you rather do if you're on vacation in Northern Michigan? Would you rather take I-75 up to wherever you're going and not stop? Or would you rather take all the little podunk fucking roads that have construction all over them this year? I know what I'd do. I'd be taking I-75. And that would tell you that this area is in for a very, very slow summer. We're gonna have the regular summer people that live up here. I gotta make sure all my lights are off while I get on the highway up here. The COPS, the LEOs, the law enforcement officers, are very, very strict on off-road vehicles. I have been stopped before. Check my height of my bumper to make sure it's not 4 feet 48. My lights, I can't have any fog lights that are above my headlights. I do have the A-pillar lights on both sides. Those are pretty easy to explain away. I have one one amber set of lights and one white set of lights. I use the amber for winter. Why is this blinking red? That should be blinking yellow, and I just went past it. I should be arrested. Wonder if they lost power overnight. The airport isn't lit up. That's Harbor Airport open. You can't see it. Huh. That's odd to have that blinking red light sitting there at West Conway. This is the M119, so this should be a blinking yellow back there. Oh, summer, yeah, we're gonna have a slow summer. Misty, blighty, I think we covered that. I'm gonna go into heavy misty, take a lot of Tums, a lot of Alka-Seltzers. I know that Bitcoin will be fluctuation, volatile. Oh, we are going down M119. We're going south into Petoskey. To the right is the road you go to Week-Wisconsin. If you really want to know who's rich, you go to Week-Wisconsin. You don't listen to people that live in Harbor Springs. Week-Wisconsin has homes that are 5, 8 million on the Lake Michigan, private. No way you're getting in. It's La Croche, which is French for the crooked tree. That is a rich condo community. And if you're ever up here in Petoskey, take a look at our state park. It is one of the best in the state of Michigan. It is here on the right. This is the entrance. This is really a nice area. I was talking about this yesterday. It was 85 degrees and it was too hot. But I understand that I'm a crotchety-ass old man at 55 this year. I hate heat. On the left-hand side is Petoskey Sands. That's the best small market you're going to find up here for good stuff, good food, good steaks, good other stuff. I used to work there for a couple of years. It's a nice place. But yeah, if you understand that I'm a crotchety-ass old man, it's a nice area up here. This is gonna spit us out a little south of where we're gonna go, so we're gonna jog. I got 15 minutes to get to work. I could do it about 5, so we're gonna take some back roads here. Up here's Petoskey Brewing. They make their own beer. It tastes like shit. Jesus. The fuckers that brew beer, I don't understand. These guys, it's horrible. They had back when I used to drink, they had that's a cop sitting underneath the light. I saw you. They had a raspberry, some kind of beer. My wife bought it thinking that it'd be good because the art was pretty. Yeah, it was pretty art on the beer can.